Hello everybody, welcome to Mask Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing the SHM-62U gas mask and the GP-5 kit. So let's begin. First I'm going to be going over the gray GP-5 or SHM-62U, whatever you want to call it. I just prefer GP-5 because it's shorter. Anyway, these kind of gas masks were issued to the citizens of Soviet Russia, and it was mainly for the Cold War, during the Cold War, and they mass-produced these guys. Over 1 million were made, and I think this is the most produced gas mask in the world from what I keep hearing. That's because it was simple, easy, and cheap to make. All you needed was your simple inhale valve, exhale valve, anti-fogging lenses, and a pullover, and a seal to stick to your skin. And they also provided it in at least 4 different sizes. This is a size 4Y. It's too big for me, so that's why I have this other one in this bag. But yeah, nothing fancy but the standard, you know, what you need in a gas mask instead of what the fancy add-ons are like, you know, like the voice diaphragm and the drinking tube. Just a standard citizen's gas mask. You can find these all over eBay for a really cheap price just because of the fact it's been mass produced and there's so many in the surplus. This one I actually found at a surplus store, and I went on eBay and there's like lots of these for just like $8 or $9. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Anyway, let's have a look at the details before we go on to its filter. So here we go with the details. So I already pointed out the inhale valve and exhale valve over here in this respiratory area. You can see how the metal's kind of bent onto it just to keep it stable, stuck on there. Okay, so over here is the production number and the production date. So this one's like 1978, and here's the anti-fogging lenses. So I believe how these work is when you breathe through your nose or your mouth or something, it will go through these little tubes into the respiratory area and come out through this exhale valve and stop the lenses from fogging. And that's a really neat design, so that way, of course, it won't fog. So that way, you know, it won't impair anybody's vision. Now, what I didn't understand is these sort of lines right here. You see this right here? That go all the way around. I mean, it gives some pretty neat detail or something, you know, just gives it a less bland kind of design and makes it more pop a bit more, you know. But otherwise, I don't understand the purpose of these lines over here. Anyway, down to where the size is down here. It's a size 4, too big for me. Not gonna survive with this mask on. Remember, you need to get in just the right size, otherwise there will be no airtight seal and gas will easily get in if you're a prepper, of course. Now, I believe that's all that's need to be said about this gas mask, but it's a really cool mask. So I'm going to be going over the filter that goes onto this gas mask, and it is a 40mm filter. That's what this screw is, a 40mm. I mean, the majority of these gas masks have a 40mm screw on the inhale valve. What screws onto that 40mm, you may ask? The filter, of course. Now, make sure when you're buying one of these filters, never to breathe through it. Yeah, that's right. Do the exact opposite of what you're supposed to be doing with it. That is because it contains none other than asbestos, which can give you lung cancer if you breathe it, and many other breathing symptoms that has to do with breathing, of course. Come on. Well, when they made it, it used to be a lot more safer because the asbestos would be at the bottom and the charcoal, cotton, and grating layers would be at the top, and they would filter the asbestos through. But over the years, these filters get old and they start degrading inside, and soon enough the asbestos leaks through when you breathe, and it gives you some lung cancer or something else bad. If you have breathed through this, don't ever breathe through it again. I consider going to get your lungs checked for asbestos. So the moral of the story is, never breathe through these things. Actually, you don't even have to buy it. You can just get some other, there's some other 40mm filters that I do believe do not contain asbestos, so if you can find those. I haven't found those yet online, so yeah, go ahead and do that. But yes, just put it away for display as your own little surplus, and until the air gets really bad and we actually get back into a World War III or something like that, don't ever use this. However, you can still take a look inside, so we're gonna have a look at that. So here is our GP-5 filter. You can see right there, this is GP, and under here is the plug for the bottom of the filter where you breathe through. So if you ever get a filter and you decide to, you know, test it, always unplug this or you will suffocate. The mask will collapse over your face and you will just suffocate. So here's the 40mm screw lid. I'm going to take this off. As you can see inside here, this is the cotton layer. There's a bit of metal crossing inside the middle of this. I'm not sure if that's for, if it's just to hold down the cotton and the other contents in there. Anyway, that's the cotton layer, and on the bottom is the plug. The asbestos layer is down here, but you can't really see it because it's covered up like this. But yeah, this is the inside of the filter. Just get a good look in there. And this is the other side of it. See if I can get some light. Nah, you can't really see in there very well. But it arches up to where air can pass through it. But anyway, I'm gonna seal this up and hopefully not have to ever open it again. You can open it, just never get too close to where you can hail something. So, before I put this up for a while, I'm going to demonstrate how it screws onto here. As you can see, that's the end of the filter where the air goes through, filters into there, and goes into the wearer's lungs. But yeah, this is what the mask looks like with the filter on. But yes, you can put the plug back on the bottom and use it for display if you wanted to, and have it just sit up like this. That's how I would do it, at least. But other than that, do not ever breathe through it, like I keep saying. So yeah. So before I go over the GP-5 kit, I'm going to put on this version of the mask. Now remember, this is a bit too big for me, so there's not going to be an airtight seal. And also no tests today because I don't have the NATO filters or the other replacement filters for a 40mm GP-5 filter. So this is just going to be a mask review like I normally do on this channel. So here we go. Like I said, this is a size 4, so it's too big for me. So that's why I got that size 2 over there in the GP-5 kit. One way you can tell it's too big is because of this over here. So there's no airtight seal. So I would be dead in a gas attack situation right now. Always get the right size. Inhale valve and exhale valve still making noise. I can kind of pull this up so that way it's a tiny bit more airtight sealed. So this is just like the anti-fogging lenses are working pretty good. I'm going to do a quick turnaround. Okay, so that was it for this gray mask. Now to go over to the black mask inside of the GP-5 kit. Okay, so over here we have the GP-5 kit. It features a strap so you can put it over your head or like this on your shoulder, like a purse. And you can put this around your waist. I'm not sure what else it's for, but besides putting around your waist. That's at least what I think it's for. But basically, this is what the citizens got I believe so. And so here is the kind of button on the opening. So let me get that off. Here it is open, you can see inside. Here's the hose. Now this hose works on any kind of 40mm gas mask. Inside we also have this really tall filter. And the SHM-62U. So this one actually does fit me and does create an airtight seal because it's a size 2. However, like I said, I'm not going to be doing a test because this filter may contain asbestos, because lots of the Cold War filters contained asbestos. Oh boy. Okay, so I will be going over the details of this gas mask, and we're also going to be looking at some of the details of this hose. So let's begin. So here we have our black colored SHM-62U gas mask. Now it basically has all the same features as the other gas mask besides the color. You got the inhale valve, exhale valve, anti-fogging lenses. You got the same manufacturing. Oh yeah, one of the things that's different as well is the manufacturing number and date. Now the manufacturing number, of course, is different from the other one. See, this one's 141 and the other one is 436. And also the dates are different too. The other one was 1978 and this one's 1990. Okay, so we have all our information about that. Still the same gas mask, except for the color, the production date, and the production number, and also the size number, of course, 2. Now to be going over the 40mm filter. This is basically the same rubber as the other gas mask. I'm not exactly sure. It feels a bit more thicker. As you can see, it's a bit more like that. Anyway, we have the screw over here, the 40mm screw for the gas mask, and the other one for the filter. Now this part's, of course, is supposed to screw onto the filter gas mask. So you just have a little look at this. A little look inside. Alright, so now let's have a look at the filter. Okay, so I'm going to be going over the filter. Now, I'm not sure if this filter contains asbestos as well, but from what I know, all these filters, all these Cold War filters, in fact, contain asbestos. All the ones that have been sent to labs have returned asbestos positive. So I am concerned that this contains asbestos. If it doesn't, comment down below so that way I can do a test video in the future. Otherwise, I'm not going to be trying this today. So let's go over the details. Now it looks the same on the bottom as the other filter did. Same old plug and different rings. Now of course this is taller than the other filter, which is why I'm wondering if it's different as well, like different made. More layers to protect from the asbestos leaking through. And the fact that this might be made in 1990 also kind of gives you an idea that it might be a stronger inside. But they usually have a shelf life of 10 years, maybe longer, but not too long. Not from 1990 to 2019, so. Anyway, different lid. Still the same 40mm screw, of course, you need it. Inside's a bit different. It's like a whole cotton padded layer. No metal crossed in between. And, or in the center. And you can kind of see little holes in there, like little circles, because that's like the grating. But anyway, comment down below if you know this is a safe filter, because I really want to do a test video if it is. But other than that, I'm going to keep this thing sealed and put away in the bag. But before we do that, have a look at these numbers. Alright, let's begin wearing the mask. So before I wear the mask, I gotta put on this balaclava because this mask gets so tight on my head that when I take it off, the rubber kind of sticks to my hair and pulls it off. And I have long hair, So, of course, that sadly isn't gonna work unless I put on this balaclava. Alright, so let's get this mask on. So you're probably not gonna hear what the crap I'm saying when I put this on, so I'm gonna try to yell or something, but there's no voice diaphragm, like I said, cheaply made, mass produced. So let's get this on.
So here's the gas mask. And this is how you check if there's an airtight seal. You put your hand on the exhale valve, like this. Airtight. This is a really cool gas mask. Inhale and exhale valve are working pretty good. Alright, so I'm gonna do a full turnaround. Alright, so I'm gonna put the hose on. Alright, all on, check if there's an airtight seal, put this onto your pump. Alright, airtight seal. Looks like an elephant actually. Anyway, let's have a look at it with the filter from the side. Or the hose, not filter, hose, sorry. Alright.
Sorry if you cannot hear what I said. It's just the fact that there's no voice diaphragm. But what I was saying was, this was a really cool gas mask, and how to check if it's airtight sealed is you put your palm onto here and breathe in. And if you heard that, good, so that way you don't have to listen to this again. Also, I put the hose on, accidentally called it filter, and I said, oh no wait, not filter, hose. And so I also said I looked like an elephant, that's why I did that. I can't believe I had to translate gas mask for you. But that's what happens when you don't have a voice diaphragm. Anyway, I do believe that is the end of the video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, like the video. And if you want to comment on the next gas mask or any other costume mask I should review, comment down below. And also just comment whatever else you want to, as long as it's not, hate just because you want to. If it's constructive criticism, then it's good. Like Gabriel's Vintage Goods, shout out to him. He's the one who made this video happen in the first place. He commented some really good constructive criticism on my previous GP-5 gas mask video, which I will be deleting and replacing it with this video. But he gave a very detailed full-on description, which helped with the information in this video. So thank you, Gabriel. Anyway, like I said, like and comment and subscribe, and you will see me in the next video. Goodbye.